It is in the legal system. It is in the political system. It is every single place. And it destroys the lives of people every single day. It destroys their career, destroys their confidence, destroys their belief in this nation every single day. Now, I am not saying something very controversial. I am just saying that everybody accepts that there is caste discrimination in this country. Let us now find out the true extent of the caste discrimination. I use the analogy of an X-ray. When somebody gets injured, the first thing you do, you go to the hospital, the doctor says, let us do an X-ray. No one will ever say to you, please don't have an X-ray. No doctor will say it. Nobody will ever say to you, if you have got an injury in your arm, do not have an X-ray. In fact, if some doctor were to tell you that I suspect that your arm is broken, but you should not have an X-ray, you will say that the doctor is crazy. The doctor does not understand the basics of medicine. And that is all I'm saying. I'm saying we all agree that there is a concept called caste in India. We all agree that there is a concept called caste discrimination in India. Let us simply measure it and tell everybody in this country the extent of this discrimination. That's all. And the moment I say this, the people in the BJP, the leaders of the BJP, the Prime Minister suddenly start to say that I am dividing the country. Since when has revealing the truth of this country divided this country? All we are saying is let us explore the truth. Foundation of all our religions is truth. Foundation of all our religions is ahimsa. All we are saying is let us explore the truth of discrimination. First of all, let us find out how many Dalits, how many OBCs, how many Adivasis, how many minorities, how many general caste, how many women there are in this country. After that, let us find out how is wealth distributed in this country. What share of wealth do Dalits have? What share of wealth do OBCs have? What share of wealth do women have? Let us find this out. Let us find out how many poor general caste people there are. Let us ask ourselves the question, how many Dalits are there in corporate India? How many OBCs are sitting in the top 500 companies of this country? How many OBCs, Dalits, Adivasis are there in the judicial system? How many Dalits, OBCs, Adivasis are there in our forces? Let us ask these questions. Why are we scared of asking these questions? The only people who can resist asking this question are the people who are hiding the truth, who do not want the people of India to know the truth about discrimination in this country. Those would be the people who benefit from the discrimination. I'm still wondering why the Prime Minister has not publicly said that he wants to challenge the idea of discrimination in Indian society. Why hasn't he said he wants to know how many Dalits there are in India's boardrooms? How many OBCs are in our judicial system? How many Adivasis are anchors in our media system? Why is he scared of asking these questions? I committed on behalf of the Congress party in Parliament House that we will carry out a national caste census. And we will demolish the artificial barrier of 50% reservations that has been placed in front of this country. And for me, Telangana is the model of the national caste census. And I think I'd like to thank the leadership of Telangana because they have done a truly beautiful thing in this process. And when I was coming here in the car, I was thinking to myself, we do not want a bureaucratic caste census. We don't want some bureaucrat sitting in some corner somewhere to decide the questions that the caste census will ask our people. Because in fact, this will be an insult to the people of India. We want the people of India to ask and decide what questions are going to be asked in the sense. We want the Dalits, the OBCs, the Adivasis, women, we want them to decide exactly what questions are going to be asked. And as a result, we will not just get a caste census. We will get a political instrument, a developmental instrument that will define how this country will progress. Please understand that what we are designing here is not simply a caste census. What we are designing here is the system of governance of the future of this country. Some time back, I was talking to one of the world's experts on equality. He's one of the world's experts, economists, he's one of the world's experts. I'm not going to say his name, but he is one of the top experts on economy, on inequality. And he said to me, Mr. Gandhi, do you realize that India is one of the most unequal countries on the planet? And he gave me a presentation on how India is one of the most unequal societies on the planet. And after his presentation, I said to him, my brother, you are telling me that India is one of the most unequal societies on the planet, but your analysis does not even include the single biggest discriminator in Indian society, which is called caste. So in fact, your analysis hugely underestimates the inequality in Indian society. So why I'm telling you this is because inequality means something completely different when you have a caste system in place. A Dalit person in India could not be touched. Do you realize the level of inequality that person would feel if society is not allowed to touch him? This does not exist anywhere else. And so, what we have to understand is that discrimination in India is unique and probably among the worst in the world. And if we want to talk about a powerful country, if we want to talk about progress, if we want to talk about happiness among our people, the absolute first thing we need to do is identify the amount of discrimination and the nature of discrimination that is taking place here. As a politician, I am accountable to you. And when I speak of caste census, I speak as a result of that accountability to the people of India. No. I simply cannot go to the people of India and ignore the fact that there is massive discrimination in this country. I cannot lie to Dalits. I cannot lie to Adivasis. I cannot lie to minorities. I cannot lie to women that this country is fair to you. Other people may be able to lie to you about it. I cannot lie to you about it. So I am fully committed to ensuring not only that caste census happens in Telangana, but that Telangana becomes the model for the caste census in the country. I'm sure there will be some shortcomings in our caste census in Telangana. We will try and iron out those shortcomings. And I would like this to be a conversation between civil society, the people of Telangana, and the government of Telangana. Because we want to develop a framework of progress, a framework of development for the entire nation, and Telangana is the first step in doing that. And so I'd like to thank all of you who have come here, given your valuable time. I'd like to thank senior leaders of the Congress Party, Chief Minister, others, Deputy Chief Minister, PCC President. I'd like to thank all of you for your time, and I'm very, very proud that Telangana, the government of Telangana, is taking this step.